Essex Business Radio. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. It's Elliot Browne of Essex Business Radio here with Rebecca Aldham, the bikini athlete.
Yeah, hi, Elliot.
Thanks for joining us this evening,
Welcome.
or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. You're not still nervous, are you? All right, calm down now. Mentioning nerves isn't really helping, is it? Let's get off the subject.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
I did a very quick live a second ago, and anybody that's listening to this, obviously you can check out Facebook, Essex Business Radio, and on YouTube as well now, and you'll be able to see this being loaded up fairly soon. A bikini athlete and a bikini model. Tell us the difference between the two, because you're a bikini athlete, right?
That's right. So bikini athlete. So basically, I go into a prep.
Yeah. Prep is what?
So prep is your food, your training, your posing, and literally it's very intense. Like I'm in the gym 5 days a week at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll probably go up more.
Yeah.
And you literally
How long are you in the gym? How long do you go in for?
About 2 hours.
Do you? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I can be in there longer, but obviously when I'm working in the week, it's quite hard because obviously the gym shuts at 10. I get in the gym for about 8:30.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So,
and your food regime is obviously pretty strict when you're doing that as well.
Yeah. So food, I'd say, is probably for me one of the hardest.
Right. Okay.
Because I have to weigh everything. I feel like I'm constantly in supermarkets buying food.
Okay.
And then when I'm not in supermarkets buying food, I'm in the kitchen cooking it.
Okay.
And prepping it, because obviously when you work, it's hard to sort of juggle all of that. So I normally prep it all. Then I know when I come home from work, I've got my next meal, because I'm on 6 meals a day at the moment.
Wow, really? There's fucking nothing of you. I mean, obviously there is because you're doing. But how'd you eat that much? You're clearly burning a shitload off in the gym.
Yeah, well, I've always been like a big eater anyway. I eat little but often.
Right, okay.
So I'm always sort of hungry. But it's hard in the sense because obviously everything's by calories at the moment. So my calories are lower than what a normal intake would be at the moment. So I do feel like hungrier at the moment.
So the difference between a bikini athlete and a bikini model, I mean, we talked about this before we started recording for the show. Modelling is literally, you wear, you wear, rather than a bikini athlete is more sort of a cross between bodybuilding and modelling and posing and fitness as well. Okay.
Yeah. You're more like you do all the hard work and then you showcase yourself on the stage.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to come back to that a little while and how that's leading you on to being a business, or you being a business. And you said when a guy called John Beamson, who's been on this show, a friend of the show, Robust Tours, he knows of you. Have you met John?
No,
oh, really? So just through the power of social media?
Social media, that's right. Yeah, it's crazy.
So John said about speaking to you, and you said, well, but why, come on the podcast? I have nothing to do with business. You are your own business, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
And when, in talking to you before the show, you started realising quite how much of a business that's going to be.
It was. I mean, I even said to John, I was like, I'm going to be boring going on there. I haven't got my... And he was like, Rebecca, no. He was like, you are your own business. You go sell yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you are going to, but we'll come back to the sort of business element of it and the PT and stuff like that, which we're going to come to. But what led you to doing this is quite interesting.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people that have had challenges. Issues is the wrong word. I don't think it's politically correct to say issues these days, is it? If you've got, let's say, we were talking about this recently to somebody we know. Challenges that you've had with regards to Agra Phobia and anxiety and things like that. So we were talking about this before we started recording. Let's go right back to where you think the problem sort of stemmed from, and there's only a lot of people that are going to understand this and feel this. I mean, I understand anxiety a little bit, not as much as most, and definitely not as much as you have. But something triggered this off back in the early years of your childhood, right?
That's it. Yeah, I think when I was quite young, I experienced quite a lot of family members passing away.
Yeah.
So from quite an early age, it stemmed quite a lot of fear into me.
Right.
And just because obviously when you're a kid as well, like death is quite a scary thing. You can't really like get your head around it.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot as a people. People didn't die around me. I was fairly lucky like that, but
Yeah.
you weren't as lucky, obviously. No.
So so I remember I was 7, and that's when I lost my one of my nans.
Right.
And it was on my dad's side, and I just remember like my dad coming back from the hospital, and obviously he was really upset, and he sat me down on the sofa and he just said, Nanny's no longer with us anymore. And I was just like, I just didn't understand it. And seeing my dad obviously break down as a 7-year-old was like a really sort of hard thing.
That's gonna stay with you more than the deafness. So it's the effects it was having on your parents, the closest people to you.
They're like these big, strong, like people.
Of course
in
they
life,
are. Yeah.
They're like
your rocks, aren't they?
superheroes.
Yeah. Of course they are. Yeah.
So seeing him like that was a bit like, oh. And then I even though I was 7, it really made me question things. So I'd ask my dad like loads of questions, like, Dad, like, what happens when you die? Like, where do you go? And where's Nanny now? Like,
right.
So it really made me sort of think about the bigger picture. Whereas I suppose
I see. So the curiosity, in essence, triggered off you overthinking things a little bit.
Overthinking and worrying, and then I kept thinking, oh no, say this happens to my mum or dad, or say like it happens to me, and like what's going to happen. And then when I was about 13, my dad got diagnosed with cancer. Yeah,
you said, that's I'm sorry to hear that, I mean, it's and a big impact on your life, obviously.
Definitely.
Go on, so talk us through that, because this went on for sort of a few years on and off, right?
It did. So he first got it when I was 13, and again that was another like, oh my God, now you just think of the worst, like Dad's got cancer, you automatically think, oh, that's it, he's going to die.
Yeah.
Like what's going to happen? And I think because of the experiences I had with my nan, and then my other nan not long after that passed away, and then your dad, like they're like indestructible. You never think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
So that was really hard, and watching him, he had this cancer in his throat.
Yeah.
So just watching him like suffer, he was on radiotherapy,
right,
seeing that, and just like my mum as well, how it was affecting my mum.
Yeah, sure.
How it was affecting my brother. And then he got the all clear. I think I was about 16.
Right.
And they said he was in remission, but he was just having like I think it was every 6 months they'd check.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I was about, I think, 18 or 19, Dad started getting problems with like his breathing and stuff, and obviously we didn't think, oh, he's going to be cancer again, because it was a completely different place. And so Dad went for tests and stuff, and it come back that it was stage 4 cancer.
Wow, shit.
So,
and obviously, and obviously a short period of time, I'm assuming, until your father passed away. Then from that, was there?
Well, they gave him 3 months,
right?
But he went on for 18.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he sort of beat their odds, which was amazing that we got to have that extra time with him.
Yeah, sure.
But again, it was just knowing that it was terminal.
Yeah.
It was just coming to terms with that, knowing that this is it with him, and we are going to lose him at the end. And it was just watching him deteriorate.
Yeah.
I think, obviously it's not nice when anyone passes away, but I always say that when you know that they've got a terminal illness, I think it's harder, because rather than them suddenly
going,
you have to sit and watch them suffer.
And I mean, I saw my gran go through it, and she was never the biggest person. She was always very slim, but watching her sort of go that way was it's not a pleasant thing. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to watch this, listen to this, that have been through the same. I mean, it's prevalent. There's a fucking lot of cancer around, isn't there?
That's it,
so I know it's it's a subject that we wanted to touch base on, because there's things that have triggered you, that have triggered anxiety and things like that through that, it's triggered those things off. You had bad agoraphobia. If people don't know what agoraphobia is, do you want to explain what agoraphobia is?
Yeah, sure. So people get confused. They think agoraphobia is like a fear of open space.
Right. I thought it was you stay behind closed doors, but generally that's what I thought. But
it is that, so that is it. So basically agoraphobia is basically feeling trapped. It's not necessarily like you're trapped like claustrophobia. It's more like general day-to-day things, like you can be on a bus, you can be on a train. I even get it when I'm in hairdressers, because I'm stuck in the hairdresser chair. The girls blow dry my hair, and I might think, I can't get up if I want to get
Oh,
up.
really?
Or
Oh, wow.
I'm like, and then I can feel myself, all my thoughts, just like it's like a vicious circle. Then I think, oh, now you know what happens, Beck. When this happens, you pass out.
Oh, really? And do you hear that you sort of almost hear you telling yourself this stuff? So you wind yourself the fuck up, don't you? Yeah, aren't you?
My brain is literally my worst enemy. It's going, this is going to happen next. And
do you know what I love is that you can talk about this really openly, and that's a really good thing to do. I think there's a lot of people that don't do that.
Okay.
And that must make it worse. I mean, if the fact that you get it out by talking about it as well.
Yeah.
You're quite an open book, you said, yeah?
That's it. I think, do you know what as well? It's almost like you feel like you're having a counselling session. It's good to just talk.
Yeah.
Because you feel like people that don't understand, you're sort of giving them knowledge to understand, and they might be a little bit more mindful and a bit more, not sympathetic, that's probably not the right word, but just a little bit more understanding if you're in a situation and they think, oh yeah, Beck might find that difficult.
Right.
Like we're trying to think of an alternative
Sure.
to make her feel comfortable. So it's like all my close friends and Scott, my boyfriend, they're really like understanding with it.
Yeah.
And they know how I am. Like going back to that agoraphobia, it even affects my life. Like if I go to the theatre or the cinema, I have to sit on an aisle seat.
Do you?
Because I can't be trapped.
Shit, so you can't even get centre of it to get a decent... No, really, I like to sit in the centre. That would be a real bummer, to be honest, for me.
I have to sit on the end, so I know that I can get out if I need to get out. It's crazy, but it really, even like going to restaurants, I have to sit, if you get like a long table, I have to be on the end. If it's a booth, I can't be trapped in the inside, I've got to be on the outside.
Right, okay.
So it really was sort of taking over my life.
And do you still suffer with this? Is this just a constant thing? It doesn't really go away. You know how to deal with it.
You just learn coping skills. Yeah.
And one of the things you sort of did to cope with. So you've had this, and you're this issue, and you said this was a big sort of impact in your life, and it's stopping you from doing things, and you can't go on trains and stuff like that. So that causes a big problem. Tell me how training and going to the gym and stuff was your focus to sort of try get yourself through that. Use that as your sort of your mindset change or some mindset shift, I suppose. Would that be the best way of explaining it?
It was, yeah. I mean, I call it my medicine.
Okay.
So going to the gym rather than being on, anxiety and depression tablets.
Yeah.
Going to the gym just literally made me feel so good, and just I felt like I suppose with the agoraphobia as well and anxiety, it's all about feeling like you haven't got control.
Yeah.
So being in the gym, I'm in control.
Yeah, of course you are, yeah.
And I'm getting hot and sweaty because I know I'm working out. I'm not getting hot and sweaty because
you already told me you get hot a lot anyway. So it must be really fucking hot in the gym then.
But I know I can get off the equipment and go outside and get air. So it's that factor knowing. Yeah. Whereas if I'm, say for example, I've been invited to a dinner party around someone's house and it's in the winter and they've like turned up the heating. Yeah. And then I'm just sitting there and I think, oh, it's their house. I can't go to them. Can you crack a window open, love? Yeah. Like it's December, but crack the window open because I'm going to panic in a minute if you don't. Yeah. So I think because I've got that control in the gym, it's different to feeling that trap sitting in someone's house.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't want to feel like I'm, because they might not necessarily understand it. Yeah. And they might think, oh, who she thinks she is? Yeah. wanting the window open, but they don't realise it's because I'm trying to do it because I know if I overheat, that's when I pass out. Yeah,
yeah, of course. You said that, and you have passed out before, haven't you?
I have.
In some awkward places, I'm assuming.
On the
at times.
Central Line, yeah. Probably the worst place ever because everybody was just like, whoop, or like just looking at me. Yeah, it doesn't help. And I think
when something like that happens, I'm assuming that doesn't help because it's going to trigger things off again. If you get into a similar place, your mind's going to go back to you sort of passing out. So you, as you said, your mind's your own worst enemy, isn't it?
Yeah, and you do. And when you have your panic attack or your episode in a certain place, it then puts the fear into that place. Hence why I can't get on the Central Line. I can get on the District Line.
Right. Okay. Because there's a different fucking line. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's mainly outside and it's air conditioned.
Right.
And I know it's
really it sounds. I mean, obviously, I'm laughing, but we're comfortable with each other, so I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. But so there is a difference there. So you've got a much hotter, sort of busier sort of tube, and then you've got someone that's air conditioned, a little bit less lively, and you can travel on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know I can sort of. Where when you're trapped in the tube, it's different because again, I know I'm on the train, but then even if I get off the train, I'm stuck in a tunnel underground. Yeah. Whereas on the District Line, you can sort of see outside.
Yeah, of course you can.
So that helps.
Yeah.
But
Well, listen. Want to find out a little bit more about how that sort of then sort of manifested itself into you wanted to become a bikini athlete. But we're going to take a very short break, and you can have a little breather for a second.
Get some air.
So we're still recording on the cameras, by the way. So anybody that's going to be watching on YouTube can still see this. This is like the uncut version.
Oh.
So hi everybody.
Hi.
How are we doing? We're up on the camera up here, aren't we?
Always put it on the big one.
Not chow for now. What am I fucking say that for?
How are you, brown cow?
Yeah. You like that, don't you?
It's catchy.
Yeah, and the thing is, because my name's Elliot Browne, you see.
Oh yeah.
That's not why I used to say it, but so when I'm going to have this, I'm going to have a like a brown cow, but it's going to be like a brown with an e cow because that's my brown.
You can do a cow with your head on it.
Yeah, with your face.
Really?
Quite good.
All right.
Just a cow.
All right. Okay. So we've got all right. So we've designed the fucking cow. Yeah. The thing is, right, if anybody watches this YouTube and wants to send in an image of a brown cow waving with my face on it, we could literally use that as the goodbye parts to the show. That'd be really different though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would.
I think we're going to do it. We're going to do
that's
it.
The winner.
And I'm in a cuddly brown cow with my face on it.
I'm going to be very productive on Canva tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't get too productive on it and spend all day doing brown cows.
Pictures I got on the computer. Elliot's face, just put a cow and Photoshop it on.
Listen, I think we might do it. I think we should do a post about it actually, and see if anybody does anything. Listen, it could get some interest.
We do a brown cow post.
Yeah, brown cow post. Yeah. Hey, find it so far.
Yeah, good.
See, it's easy, isn't it? That's 15 minutes gone already.
I know, that went so quick, didn't it? Yeah.
How you doing over there? You taking notes?
No, stop.
You're drawing pictures. You're the court. You're the guys in the court that draw the pictures of it. Like it's all like pencil drawings of us.
I said he's like my PA taking minutes.
Yeah. What are you busy writing over there?
I was just building rigs and stuff like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, mate, you are fucking living the dream over there, aren't you? Anybody that is watching can't see Scott over there, but you can rest assured he is definitely there off camera. When we do Cards Against, have you ever played this game?
Brilliant.
Have you? So we do a round of this. So it's not quite like the game. So we'll choose a card, a black card, and then depending on how many spaces there are, we'll do that. You can join in at the end and we'll do one of those. Sorry?
What are proper rules?
Somebody did say the other day. I don't know. I couldn't give a fuck either. To be honest.
There's to be quite a lot of you, and then you all get given the cards,
Yeah.
and then you give your answer to.
Yeah,
they can
pick the best one,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think it's the one with the least cards wins, or most cards, or something wins. Is it? Most cards, is it?
Something like
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but we don't fucking do that, to be honest. Do we? The way we do it is much better. It's short, it's sweet. It's it's either funny or not. one way or the other. Right, let's crack on. Do you need a wee? Do you need to do anything? You want water?
I'm all right at the minute. I might need a wee in the next break.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
No. That seat's really absorbent.
Well, but it's leather. It's waterproof.
That's what it's got the stitching for. Do you know?
Yeah, wow. This is definitely worth watching the uncut.
Yeah, the uncuts are going to get better and better, aren't they? To be honest.
Especially when we're drinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're not fucking drinking because you're going to be operating that. Jesus Christ. God help us. Off we go. What are you doing on there? What are you doing on that bit? Still recording, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm putting your fucking...
Oh, you're doing a thing up there. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Always do it. Put your little thing on.
Easy with my little thing. What are you talking about? Cheeky bastard. That's what she said.
Oh, it's been done.
Oh, God.
Again, every night.
Right. That's what she said. So childish, isn't it?
Oh, it's best though, that.
I'm nearly 10 years older than you. What do you think? How old did you say if you think?
35.
Yeah, I'm 10 years older than you. Yeah, it don't get any better.
3, 2, 1, go.
We're back again. Elliot Browne. What was I going to say, producer Joel? What did I say I was going to say earlier on? I was going to say something, wasn't I, when I was going to come start doing the...
Good morning.
No.
You said that anyway.
I'm going to think about it, but there's a phrase that I'm going to bring in. Anyway, it's Elliot Browne at Essex Business Radio here with Rebecca Aldham. We're having a little giggle in the break, weren't we?
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
Relaxing my nerves.
Yeah, you see, it's all right. There's no need to be you'll be nervous. You're an Essex girl.
I am.
I mean, I'm not
Proud
being funny.
Essex girl.
I'm not being funny. Anybody listening can probably tell that. To be fair,
Oh,
you
do
know.
you reckon?
Well,
Does
it's
my
not.
accent give it away?
Maybe a little bit. So you're from Hornchurch, right?
Yeah,
Which is
I
not a
am.
million miles away from here.
No.
Born and bred, family from Hornchurch as well.
No, my mum's a North Londoner and my dad was an East Londoner.
Oh right, okay. And the family, your grandparents, they were all from this area as well, were they?
East End, they
Okay.
were from, yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you've always been in this area. You
Yeah.
train in this area in a
Yeah.
couple of different gyms, I believe you were
Yeah, I
talking
do.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you train? We were talking about this time of day. You train. What time of day do you train?
So, because I work, I have a 9 to 5 job. I tend to do my training of an evening.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the gym I'm at now, it's a leisure centre, so it doesn't open early enough for me to get in a morning session. So I do my training of an evening.
Yeah. And you're in the NHS, right?
I work for the NHS.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Congratulations to you, because they deserve a round of applause. Not an easy job. I mean, I'm
No.
assuming you get overworked and you're underpaid.
Yeah, and stressed.
And a lot of stress,
Yeah.
You, very briefly, what do you do for the NHS?
So I'm an RTT validator.
Okay, and which is...
So it stands for Referral to Treatment
Okay.
Validator.
Okay,
So
and if anybody doesn't know what that is, because I had no idea what that is,
Yeah.
this is you literally time check a patient from coming in that needs treating, right? Could you want to quickly explain that?
It's basically, in a nutshell, I'm a computer geek. And I literally just sit.
And that's it. Right, next.
I literally whack in all the correct codes for the patient. Obviously, these are things that obviously you guys wouldn't know, but every, a first appointment and follow up, like surgery date, it's different codes. So I have to put them all in, make sure if there's a clock stop, the clock stop goes in, otherwise the NHS gets a fine. And if there's any correct clock starts, put them back in so the clock starts ticking again.
Right, okay. And you said it was did you say something like 18 weeks or something? Was that right? Am I right?
Yeah, but every patient's meant to be seen and treated within 18 weeks.
Really?
Otherwise the NHS gets a fine.
Wow, and pretty well that's what happens, like most of the time, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on. So you've got a green book there in front of you.
Oh no, leave my book alone.
No, because I do want to bring this up. I like your antique book, which which isn't antique, but
it's not antique.
Was that on the right camera? Is that camera on then?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Timed that particularly well, didn't I?
Yeah.
£2.50 from Wilco.
There are the shops available. Health and happiness planner.
Yeah.
Yeah. What comes first, health or happiness?
Both.
Really?
I suppose they should come both.
Do you use that, or is it just a notebook?
I do actually use it. I do actually use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just dribble all my
You dribble things in there, do you? Righty.
Just put all my you can see my handwriting's really neat.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
But
So.
yeah.
What sort of things you noting there? I mean, you've put it on here.
So,
it's got pride of place
yeah,
in front of you.
I don't even know why I did that. Do you know why I think I did it? Because it's one of my coping techniques.
Is it? Okay. So you do know why you did it then?
Yeah, I suppose it's because I've got this thing I was explaining where if I get too hot.
Yeah.
I thought,
and you fan yourself
if
with
I
that.
get a bit hot, I won't look like a weirdo if I whack out a proper fat. And if I get this
Start
out,
fanning yourself with a
get
green book.
away
Oh,
with
that's going to look way less weird, won't it?
Yeah, but it looks like I've put it there for a reason, and I'm just.
It does. I mean, look very purposeful. I thought you were going to start reading from it or something, and you had some excerpts to your day. So no, seriously, though, do you make notes about your health and your happiness? Do you do anything in there, or is it literally just for fanning yourself?
It's for both, I suppose. But my mum got me this because going back to my anxiety and agoraphobia, one of the good things is to jot down how you're feeling.
Right. Okay.
So then you can look back and just sort of see
I suppose it's a little bit like talking about it. You write it down, you get it out your system rather than holding it in. Is that anything like that? Is it?
Yeah, and you see if there's anything that triggers it off.
Right.
So
Okay.
it might be a certain.
Coming in for a podcast. Coming to record it. Yeah, me. He's only fucking scribbling like hell and then the break.
But yeah, so I started writing in it, but do you know what? I think what else have I got in here?
Oh, let's have a look.
Do you know what? I actually won a poetry competition.
Did you?
for Havering libraries. So it went in all the libraries in Havering.
Yeah.
And
I suppose it would do if it's Havering libraries, babe.
You can tell I'm from Essex. But yeah, I actually wrote my poem in it.
Oh, did you? Are you going to read it out?
Well, I don't know. It's
Really?
a bit cringe.
Is it? How bad is it?
It's not bad.
You brought it up now, You brought it up now. See, there's all sorts of shit that comes out in this show, you wouldn't expect. You don't have to. You want to now, don't you?
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, do it. Let's go on.
Right, okay.
If it's bad, I will tell you, that, don't you?
Tell me, it's fine. To be honest with you, it literally took me 5 minutes to write.
Oh, did it?
And I can't believe I won.
Really? Fair play to you. You've definitely got to read it out now. Come on then, let's hear this poem.
Okay, right. Workplace stress is getting me down. Growing more anxious, panicky and depressed. Try mindfulness, others suggest. I wish I had a button I could press, then my brain would get a rest. See, I was trying to be clever.
I like it, yeah.
Anxiety now is very intense. Social media and the world news makes me feel worse. Instagram, Facebook seems like a curse. I have to change my mindset, take a walk, read a book or write this poem, but instead I go outside and look up at the sky. Change will be my mantra. I'll be chanting the mantra to change my life.
That is really good. I think we have a little round of applause there. I mean, you've won that. That is
cringy.
really genuinely. That's actually bloody good.
Oh, thank you.
Really good, and you can tell it straight from the heart as well. That took you 5 minutes. That really was like raw, wasn't it? Straight from the heart.
It was. Do you know what? When I wrote that was probably when I was at my lowest. So
really,
that's why I wanted, because the subject, they give you a subject, and the subject was change.
Yeah.
And I said to Mum, right, I want to write about my anxiety and like my Agra Phobia, and just how I want to change my mindset with it.
Yeah. I can tell why. That I can see why you won, to be honest. Anybody that doesn't, that was completely unplanned. I had no idea you'd written that. You didn't even know.
I didn't even know I was going to be doing it.
No, that's brilliant. I mean, so you got into the gym. Going back to what we were talking about. You got into the gym, and that was your focus for something to sort of get you through your anxiety and your agoraphobia, and that was good. So it gave you the control.
Yeah, definitely.
How the hell did that lead to you wanting to become a bikini athlete? Because we talked about this before we started recording.
Yeah.
I've got anxiety. I've got a fear of certain bits and pieces. What I would really like to do is get up on a fucking stage with a bikini on. So come on. I mean, how the hell did that happen? How did that sort of materialise?
So do you know what they say, don't they? Just face your fears. And do you know, for me, although I have a lot of anxieties, getting up in a stage doesn't. I don't know why. I feel like you can go into a character. You can go into I suppose it's a bit like an actress.
Sure.
So you can be this different person. And
do you take on a slightly different persona when you're doing it, do you think?
Yeah, you have to, because the federation that I compete in, Pure Elite, is all about, I'm a sexy mama, I've got sass, I'm Beyonce, watch me flick my hair. And so when you're up there, it is more like a performance as well, with your posing. So yeah, just getting up there and doing that is just, it's addictive.
Yeah, really.
When I first did it, I was buzzing. I was I want to get back up. I want to get back up on the stage again.
Yeah, you're slipping off your head though.
I know, it's because I've got a pea head.
Yeah, we've both got the same size head, to be honest. We've got extra small heads, contrary to popular belief.
I have got a brain. Yeah, I've got a small head, but
so have I. So we're good. We're all good. But you're competing. You're competing soon, right? In April. So we're recording this in the end of January 2020, and you're competing in April.
Yeah.
What does that entail? The competing side of things. What does that? What do you have to do?
So at the moment, I'm in my prep. So I've got my prep coaches, which are Chris and Fiona.
Yeah. Hi, Chris and Fiona.
Hi, Chris, Fiona. They're called Prep by the Robinsons. So basically, I follow a really strict plan.
Yeah.
I've got this app on my phone. It's called Sheets.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard of it. I hadn't heard of it.
No.
When they told me to download it. But basically, it's everything on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So it's got what I can eat. So what I can eat if I train in the morning, what I can eat if I train in the evening.
Yeah.
And then I've got my training plan. So what I need to do on what days. Then I have to write down how much weights I'm lifting.
Yeah.
And then so I started my prep, I think it was the 28th of December, comps in April. So I think, do you know what, I'm crap at maths. I think it was like 17 weeks until the competition. So I've given myself, well, to be fair, everybody's different because I haven't really got a lot of body fat to lose.
We can tell that, and anybody that's only listening to this, you definitely need to check out how beautiful Rebecca is, and that you don't carry a great deal of body fat for sure. Yeah.
So mine is more just toning and building that muscle at the moment. So basically, I'm doing that. I'm having my posing lessons, which is about 40 to 50% of your mark when you're judged.
Okay.
So my posing coach is Ankle Wald, who's amazing. She's a bikini athlete.
She's what, sorry?
Sorry, her name is Ankle Wald.
Oh.
Does that sound weird?
Ankle Wald?
Yeah.
Her name is Ankle?
No. Anchor, like a boat anchor.
Oh, her name's Anchor. Anchor Ward.
Oh no, it's probably the way I talk.
No. That's an unusual name. Hi, Anchor.
Anchor, yeah.
Okay.
So she's my posing coach.
Yeah.
She's a bikini athlete. So she's phenomenal. She's a real inspiration. So I'm really privileged to be able to have her as my coach.
Okay.
So there's all that side of it, and then basically when it comes to the last week before the comp, which is known as peak week, and that's when all the hard work kicks in. Right. It's literally strict as anything. Sure. And then it's comp day.
Right. And what can you win? What is it that you win out of this? Is it just the fact that you're doing it? It's in Margate, did you say? Is it to me beforehand?
Yeah. So it's in Margate. Yeah. Winter Gardens is the venue. So you don't really, I suppose, with this federation, it's more about just exposing yourself, and obviously you get trophies.
Not actually exposing yourself, no. It's not that kind of competition, is it?
I thought you said exposure, should I, not exposing?
It was way funnier saying exposing, to be honest.
Well, actually, it did happen to a girl.
Oh, did it?
She got up on stage, was doing her posing, and her bra just went pinged off.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen, eh?
No, I don't think it will, because when I'm in prep, I literally go flat chested.
Right. Okay.
Because obviously these boobs are fat.
Yeah. So you literally strip out all body fat completely.
I literally feel like a little boy. It's not good.
Okay. Wow.
That's why a lot of the bikini athletes get breast implants.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to come back just after a very, very short break and find out how that's then going to turn yourself into your own business.
Yeah.
And it's not about the winning; it's about the taking part, obviously.
That's it. Yeah.
So let's find out a little bit more in a bit.
Okay. Can I go for a wee?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey.
It goes so quick.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Where's the?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Mind you.
You know what? When I get nervous, my mouth feels like it goes weird.
Does it?
Like, it feels like it shakes.
When's your next one?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We've had one. Well, we're doing roughly about 3 a week at the moment.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. We had, I think we've got next week. I think we've got 4. Week after that, I think 2, then 2, then 2. Yes, something like that. But it's fucking busy. We've got a lot.
What do you do besides management for management company?
We do sales for companies and help them to sell and management support, basically. So literally work with the management team or the staff or the directors and the owners and help them to basically optimise their business and grow it, basically. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got a couple of areas. I've got a big background in sales, so that's what we do on that side. We've got a couple of contracts there, we do a couple of sales processes for a couple of small businesses. Something we want to do more of. The management support bit takes a lot of time, particularly when you've got businesses where there's bad culture in there. And we've got one at the moment where it takes a lot of fucking time up. I mean, in essence, you become part of their business.
You've got to,
Yeah. So you get to know all the staff and all their fucking problems, and you really do get under the fucking, under the skin of everybody, and you find.
Strategy to get revenue.
Yeah. So it's sort of 3 months in essence. This one has been 3 months of working really with the staff, like all the time, being part of the management. And then once you've got that straight, then you can go, right, we've got that right now. Now let's grow it. I mean, every business is different, and his business is 10, 12, maybe 15 odd years old, and it was when I first met him when I was building, which is sort of 12 odd years ago. It was like him and somebody else. Now there's like 10 of them in the business, and there's bad culture. Yeah, really bad culture. I mean, with a member of his family that's in the business as well. So it's and it sort of bleeds out and creates a lot of fucking problems.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we have to cut that because I forgot these were recording. That's all right. So we'll cut a bit of that.
I was going to point the camera, but I thought you.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No.
I've got Louise's again.
Louise. Oh, okay, perfect.
So I'll give her a message and we'll finish.
So where note where that is, because we're going to cut that bit out.
Borrow a pen, please.
You can.
Thanks. Shot from that and all. Just
Oh, for fuck's sake!
keep getting stacked shots.
I always get electric shocks.
All the time. He's a nightmare. He's like,
Literally.
Oh, really?
That one sparked the other day.
Wow.
That's why I'm scared.
fucking hell.
31. It's not nice. Oh, let's do 30 just to be sure.
Yeah, we'll just play it around there and just cut it when it gets to the. We'll just cut it at the break.
Right, okay. You might know Louise Glover. Do you know Louise Glover? Heard of her?
Yeah, that name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Is she?
She does a similar thing.
Is she a glamour model?
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah, do you know what I do? If you show me a picture, I bet I'd recognise her.
She's 1 point. How many?
1.3 million.
1.3 million followers. She's from Billericay, for fuck's sake.
Oh wow, is she coming on here?
Yeah, but
Amazing.
I've just got her email.
Oh, wicked.
who has mentioned her today?
Adrian, I've just sent her.
Adrian mentioned her, and
What does she do business-wise now then?
Apart from herself.
I suppose it's herself, yeah.
But Louise Glover.
Yeah, I recognise her.
Body by Louise.
Oh, so she's into fitness as well.
1.3 million. That's not bad, is it?
No.
Be alright when you get there, won't you?
I doubt I'll get that far.
Whoa. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't ever doubt yourself.
Go stand outside for a minute.
Go face the wall.
Don't ever doubt yourself. No, you don't, that's not what you say. Yeah, I'm going to get there.
I'm gonna get there.
There you go. You know yourself that it's up here. That's how you've got to where you are now.
Yeah.
By combating what is trying to fucking stop you from doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
Kudos to you. Right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go.
We are back again. It was actually a slightly longer break, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. See, I could have said back in 3, going for a wee, but I didn't go for a wee, so you did.
I did.
So it's Elliot Browne here in the Essex Business Radio studio with Rebecca Aldham, the bikini athlete from Hornchurch.
Yeah.
The Essex girl from Hornchurch who's turning challenges into bikini athleticism. Yeah, so that's one. Where had we got to before the break? We were going to. So you're doing your
competition.
You're doing your competition, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you come through that, so that's in April.
Yeah.
March you start a PT course, right?
To be a PT, yeah.
I mean, you're obviously pretty bloody good at it anyway. I mean, and you obviously had training, so
Yeah.
you're halfway there with it. The
Yeah.
PT course, is this something that almost makes you an official personal trainer?
Yes, you've got the correct qualifications.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, you're looking forward to that.
I am looking forward to it. It'll be another chapter of my life.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and the NHS are going to be maybe losing you a little bit to start off with, maybe
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're going to slot that into your work life.
Yeah, we'll see how I get on, and obviously if I get enough clients, and hopefully I'll.
No, well, wait a second. What's the if?
when I get enough
there
clients,
we go. Of course, yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to hand my notice in.
Yeah. Well, you're a bit worried about talking about this now, aren't you? The NHS is massive. Don't worry about it. They'll be wishing you the best of luck.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and so it has. You're all thinking, well, has this, transpire into business?
Yeah.
But in doing that, whether you do it, part time while you're working or not, it is, you are your own business.
Yeah.
So amazing that you can take what is a huge challenge, the Agra Phobia and anxiety and all that from, that stems from, back from to when you were a childhood, to then suddenly turning into you doing bikini, not modelling, bikini, being an athlete,
yeah.
And then turning that into a business.
Yeah.
So you've got a good following already on social media, right?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's...
Well, listen, it's not a normal following. You've got 10,000 followers,
10,000.
and you haven't even tried.
No.
Right. Okay. So you've got a pretty good basis.
Yeah.
To start with. I mean, there's people that start doing. I mean, do PT that are PTs that don't have that sort of following.
Yeah.
So build up from that and use the social media. That's your sort of step up to getting yourself out there and becoming known and doing what you're doing.
It is. I think we're lucky in this day and age because obviously back in the day you didn't have them sort of platforms to sort of promote yourself.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It is good to take advantage of that.
Yeah. And you use Instagram quite a lot, right?
That is my only social media,
Yeah.
Instagram, because I don't like Facebook. Just got on my nerves.
Really? Why?
Because it just seemed like it was just a place for people to moan and whinge.
Oh, right, okay.
Or just, like I said this on John's podcast, it's just like someone of like you get like attention seekers, like a writer status. And then someone go, oh, what happened? And they go, oh, like inbox me. And you think, well, come on, you might as well tell us.
Yeah.
It's like you put it on your status, like I want to know. Like, what is it? But yeah, it just got on my wick a little bit, so I deactivated my account.
Oh, did you? Right, okay. do you follow people that you aspire to be like in your sort of in the industry?
Yeah, I follow quite a lot of bikini athletes, quite a lot of American bikini athletes because it's a lot bigger out there.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming it's a bigger thing in the States. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way bigger out there than it is over here.
So bikini modelling, I mean, we know there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
Bikini modelling over here, there's quite a few people doing that, but is because being bikini athlete, is that sort of growing? Is it growing over here and becoming a bigger thing?
It is. I think it is. I mean, I think the last 10 years or so, like when it first sort of come over here, people didn't really know what it was, and I think people get confused with like the fitness modelling, bikini athlete side, and they think you're going to be like some big bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my friends and even some of my family, like when I said that I wanted to do it, like, straight away they were like, "Oh, Beck, like, don't get too big, will ya?
Right.
Like, don't like start looking like a geezer." And I'm like, no.
I love the way you said that earlier on. You're like, "Gotta get like a geezer."
And I'm like, no, like it isn't that. Obviously, I respect any athlete, and the women that do go into bodybuilding that far.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I wouldn't take it any further than bikini.
Right.
I don't think I'd personally suit getting any bigger.
Right.
Anyway, and like I literally take my hat off to them because I think, I mean, it's hard what I do.
I was going to say, you've got that you're stepping up that level of dedication. Level. Yeah.
Definitely, and I just think, like I said, I take my hat off to him. But for me personally, it would just stay at the bikini level.
Right. Okay. And so there's other competitions you're going to be doing moving forward. Is this going to be something you're going to do regularly?
Yeah. So I've literally got the.
So you're going to be a professional bikini athlete. Well, is that a thing?
Yeah.
So you said you're part of, not a foundation, what did you call it?
The federation.
Federation, sorry, I do apologise.
Right.
So there's different federations for this, are there? And what's the difference between these federations?
So everyone's different. There's so many, I couldn't even reel them all off.
Okay.
So you've got Pure Elite, which is the federation that I'm competing in, which is more like a fitness modelling federation. So it's... as I said, when you come out and you do your posing, because every federation will have a different posing criteria.
Yeah.
So with Pure Elite, it is being sassy, it is, strutting your stuff and like flicking your hair.
Yeah.
Then you've got the IFBB Pro league.
Yeah.
Which that's something that I would love to get into.
What does IFBB stand for? Have you any idea?
I'm going to sound like a right thicko now. I think it's...
I shouldn't have asked you that, should I?
I think it's International Fitness... No, not female. I sound like a right thicko.
International Fitness. Should we give a quick have a look at, and producer Joel's going to have a quick look at this. IFBB.
BB.
Yeah.
International Federation of Bodybuilding.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's the federation that I'm looking at going into next.
And what, because that sort of next level up, is that sort of a little bit more serious? I mean, not that this isn't serious at all, obviously.
It's basically the equivalent to the Olympic Games.
Right, okay.
For
bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So it's you've got the Arnold Classics, and then you've got Olympia.
Yeah.
Which Olympia
Arnold Classics, of course, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Like, he's insane.
Yeah.
But so...
And still is, I mean, at his age. I mean, Jesus, still looks good,
Still
doesn't
looks
he?
Good.
Yeah.
But Olympia is the one. Like, Olympia is just... If you win Olympia, then you're basically a goddess or god.
Yeah, okay. and I'm assuming there are monetary sort of things that you can win from these. Are there, apart from, accolades and things like that? There are. So you
get endorsements, sponsorships. You get... You do get money. You get you just literally you literally, if you win Olympia, like, you're made sort of thing.
Can you get sponsorship off the back of doing what you're doing at the moment? I mean, is that a possibility?
I myself you're
not sponsored by Puma, are you? Unless you
I
got
wish
Puma.
I was sponsored by Puma. Puma, if you want to sponsor me.
Yeah. Just if Puma can get in touch, we'll be the agent. We'll just take a small percentage.
I myself, it's a sportswear clothing company called Pinnacle Athletics.
Okay.
They give me send me
little plug there. Plug there for Pinnacle. We better give them a tag. So Pinnacle Athletics, yeah.
Yeah, they send me tracksuits.
Okay.
And then like a gym water bottle and stuff like that.
Nice.
And
producer Joel, make sure we get a tag on that, and we want tracksuits and water bottles sending over. Yeah,
I'm going to write it all down. With a bit of paper here.
Yeah. And then
it's all noted.
It's all noted. Yeah, thanks, producer Joel.
I've had friends as well that have been had like supplement companies sponsoring them, so they give them like their supplements and their protein powders and their like protein bars and stuff like that. So things can come with it. You can get also health and fitness magazines.
Yeah, of course.
Can be interested in you, and you can obviously appear in the magazines and stuff.
So is this something you're going to be actively looking to contact? You wait for them to speak to you? Have you thought about it very much?
I've not really thought, because
you're going to now, aren't you?
No.
Yes, you are.
I don't know.
Scott.
Thank you very much.
I think.
Do you know who Winnie's Meals are? Have you heard of Winnie's Meals at all?
I see them on your Instagram.
Yeah. So he came on recently, and he does like food prep stuff. So great food, great flavours. Are you a fussy eater at all?
Well, I am a pescatarian.
Are you?
So I don't eat.
You just eat pescs, yeah?
I eat pescs. They're lovely.
So you just fish eater, fish and veg and salad and stuff like that. Yeah, rice. What about carbs? I'm assuming you have to eat certain carbs. What sort of carbs and things do you have to eat?
Potato, sweet potato, rice.
Yeah.
That's as like rock star as it gets on prep.
Yeah, right, okay.
So it's very strict. It's like, obviously you can't have chips and crisps and you've got to be clean.
Well, we had the fish. What was it? They had of Winnie's Meals, white fish and rice. Rice and
brown rice.
Yeah, brown rice. But the brown rice was good. I mean, it's not a pleasant thing, brown rice as a rule. But what they did was really, really good. So we will have a little chat with Sean maybe and see if we're going to try something of his out.
Put the pressure on poor Sean.
No, not at all. Listen, he's got some good stuff. But so you do all your own cooking and stuff at the moment.
Yeah,
you said that. So are you a good cook?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a a la carte chef, but I'm not bad for prep.
Yeah.
With prep, it's boring because you can't obviously.
Do you prep like a boss? Do you like literally get all your stuff prepped to like at the beginning of the week, and you've got meals for the whole week or 5 days, or do you do it like that?
For my first prep, I was like that.
Yeah.
But I found this prep, I sort of cook the night before.
Right.
So when I'm cooking my dinner, then I'll do enough so then it can be for my dinner for the next day.
Yeah.
I find that works easy because the last time I literally, do you know what? It's taken over my life.
Yeah.
because I was literally just always in supermarkets. If I wasn't in supermarkets, I was in the kitchen prepping.
Yeah, if you're not there, you're down the gym.
Yeah, and if you're not there, you're in the gym.
And then you're at work.
Yeah, and then you're working.
Fuck.
So it's like literally that is my life. And unfortunately, when you decide if you want to compete, you have to take into quite a lot of factors.
Yeah, you've got to make it your life, haven't you?
You've got to, and you have to be selfish at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not nice, but like even like getting invited out to silly things like restaurants and stuff, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Because you can't eat anything from the menu.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Unless you just come to the water.
Going to sit there. I said, have a glass of water. And you've got a piece of fish, please.
But I have my friends, and they say to me, I went to my cousin's birthday. It was round her house, and her partner put on this massive like spread,
right?
And they were like, obviously they know I'm in prep, but they were like, go on, Beck, like have something. And I went,
trying to talk you into eating.
Yeah, and I was like,
wow.
I can't. Well, what, you can't even have a crisp? I was like, no, I can't even have a crisp.
Wow.
And they're like, oh god, one's not going to hurt, is it? And I'm like, no, like you don't understand.
They're
like,
really strict. So when you don't let anything, you know.
Can't, yeah.
Why is that? If you start, do you think that will, you know, or you just don't do it? It's not even a thing.
It's not even. There's no point why put yourself through prep if you're gonna ruin it.
Yeah, true.
And do that. So that's what I mean. Like if you love your foods, prep, like being in a competition like this is probably not good because again, a lot of people say to me, I really admire you. Like I can go to the gym, but I don't know how you do the eating side of things.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what sort of gets people, and they think, oh, I haven't got the like. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't. Not motivation.
Yeah,
discipline.
Yeah, okay,
I
we'll
haven't
go
got
with
the discipline to like continue it.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could have the discipline, to be honest. And as I said to you before we started, I haven't been in the gym for over a year, and I'm definitely feeling it. So you're better. You're way better than me. I don't think I won't be doing that anytime soon. And I don't think I'd look great in a fucking bikini either, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
We're talking about the brown cow thing, and brown cow in a bikini, maybe that's an interesting. There's a whole interesting character. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, you have to watch the video.
Your face with the cow in a bikini.
Yeah. Whoa, this has gone really weird, hasn't it? So when's the next competition then? If you're doing that in April, and that's the crossover. So you're doing the training. It's a 16-week course. Did you say?
It's 16 weeks. I start that in March, and then my actual competition's on the 18th of April.
Yeah.
So I'll be starting my course sort of like towards the end of my prep. So I did think to myself, oh, am I taking on a bit too much?
I mean, it's a lot to be doing over that period of time. I mean, you've got your prep, and then you're doing so you're going to have to eat even more. I mean, as silly as it sounds, I suppose, because you're going to be burning off more doing that in addition to your normal training, right? No,
I won't be allowed. I have to stick to my program.
So wait a second. So you're going to be doing extra training because you're going to be doing the PT.
I think with the course, I'm not.
Not actually physically doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm sort of.
Is it? So it's
like a class.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm learning.
Right.
Obviously, you go into the gym and they obviously have to, I'm guessing, show you the equipment. And
right. Okay.
And then I have to have a guinea pig, which is going to be Scott.
Yeah.
And when I have I think it's my practical, so I have to take him in and do a session with him and then get marked.
Good luck with that, Scott. Okay, and then you're going to be going sort of into getting some clients and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to this?
I am. I think as a person that suffers with anxiety, obviously I'm a worrier.
Yeah.
So I do think, am I going to be good enough?
Of course you're going to be good enough. Don't worry about those things. Don't be anxious about that.
I'm just awful like that, and I think, people want to go with me because I think there's so many people out there. Why are they going to want to pick me? But
well, I tell you what, you an area that from an advice point of view, if you're going to do that, then maybe that's an area that you can sort of work on. Is that people that to help them overcome certain things, to get themselves out there. That's why you sort of do it. You've got the experience, and people do buy from people like that.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's something that you could sort of put out there, that you've dealt with certain things and this has helped you to focus.
That's true. That's a good point.
And because that will resonate with a lot of people. Anxiety is a massive thing, because we all understand it a little bit better these days. That is an area that you could definitely help people with.
Yeah, I think as well it's really good because people are talking more openly about it. Whereas before it's a bit of a stigma.
It was, and people didn't really understand. I don't think. So you maybe get these feelings, wouldn't really know what was triggering it or what it was, and how do you deal with that when nobody's talking about it?
Yeah.
But as you said, it's easy, and there's a lot of people talking about mental health awareness and stuff like that. So,
and I think as well with like men as well. Like I think now that's been spoken about a lot more.
Yeah.
With them, because I think as being male yourself, you almost feel like you're.
I think so.
I hope you are.
Yeah. When I put my bikini on, you can tell. Well, that's creating a really weird image in my mind, to be honest.
But I think there's almost pressure on you guys to be, stiff upper lip.
Yeah.
And
I think I think that's changed a little bit more recently,
and I think that's such a good thing. Really, it really makes me smile when I see somebody talking about it that's male, because I think good on you. Sort of.
We're going to be talking about this quite soon. I'm actually doing a series of shows about it. So something maybe we can sort of, you can come on and have a chat with us about that, on that, because it is something we want to talk about, not just men, but women, but the whole general mental health awareness. I think is a great subject, and something people want to listen to and understand. A lot of people do talk about it. There's a lot of people that still don't. So
and I think for the ones that don't talk about it, it's good for them to hear someone talk about it, because they might necessarily not feel confident too.
For sure. Exactly.
But then they can relate to somebody that's experiencing it and not feel isolated and alone.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, we're going to come back in a moment after another quick short break, and I know that Scott's played this and he's going to join in with us. We're going to have a quick round of our version of Cards Against Humanity, and I'd like to say this, but if they want to send us a box, get on it. Back in a mo.
Oh, it's going so quick.
Yeah.
It really does go quick. But then when I had John's podcast, that went really quick as well.
Yeah. So what did you do over the phone?
No, it's on a app. Oh, what was the app called? I downloaded it onto your iPad.
Zoom.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It was through Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 20 minutes you won with John, wasn't it?
How, sorry?
20 minutes.
No, it's 48 minutes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
It went so quick.
Yeah, he's fucking five. He's 5 hours away. He drove 5 hours to come down.
Bless him, I know. But I listened to John's one, and he did make me chuckle, bless him, when he said any I'm going to say exposure again. I need to stop using that word. But he said that anything, getting himself out there, and I thought, good on you.
Exposing himself, getting himself out there. Well done, John.
Oh, no.
Love it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it does go quickly. Though,
yeah,
doesn't it?
definitely. Because I was really worrying. I was like, oh, I'm going to be so boring.
Far from it. It's just to
the left.
To the left. And the light switch is on the right hand side as you walk through the door. It's a pull switch thing. Pulley. So what you got planned for the rest of the week then?
So I'm on a rest day today.
Yeah.
So I'll be back in the gym tomorrow. And then I'm off the rest of this week.
Oh yeah.
So
what, work wise?
Yeah.
I'm
work,
oh nice.
So good. And then I'm back to work Monday. So it'd be nice just to relax.
So 3 weeks back at work and you're off again? Have you been? Or did you work? Oh, because you were after Christmas, no?
I had to work over Christmas.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you work certain days on, certain days off? I mean,
no. So because I'm just I'm not obviously medical.
Yeah.
So it's literally Monday to Friday.
Oh, okay.
I do 8 till 4.
Right. Okay. So you didn't really have much time off then over Christmas?
No, not unless you book it off, and then even when you book it off, you have to go into a hat, and then they pull out.
Oh, right.
Because obviously everyone wants them days off. So I had to work Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then luckily I booked off the 27th.
Yeah.
So I got that off, but then I had to work New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then just after New Year's Day, back as normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Wow. So you're looking forward to a week off then? Obviously, well, not a week off, but you are for a week off.
A few days,
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. Just gym.
Oh, really?
I can't really do anything. This is the thing, because when you're in prep, you're restricted. So I can't really, like, if we want to go places, I have to bring my prep boxes with me. We went to a place called Eagle Heights.
Right.
I booked it for Scott for one of his Christmas presents to go and have a meerkat experience.
Okay.
So you sit in there and they jump all over you and you feed them.
Nice.
And I had to sit in the car and eat one of my meals. Because
Right.
obviously I couldn't miss it. And I can't sit in the cafe and eat what Scott was eating.
Yeah.
So, like, you feel like a bit of a dick, but I'm sitting in the car with my fork eating my potatoes.
I want to find out about that in a second, because when you finished your prep, I want to find out what you do then when you've done your competition and stuff. I mean, I suppose, you're going to be continuing training anyway, aren't you?
I'll keep it up. Well, it's called a reverse diet.
Right.
So obviously
You can't just suddenly go to McDonald's then,
Yeah,
no.
no,
Not that you would do anyway,
you'd
well,
get
unless you
ill.
have a fillet of fish.
Funny enough, people do it and I think, oh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's how people get, like, sick and stuff.
Really?
But when I did my competition last year, I had a Krispy Kreme donut.
Right.
Literally just bit into it and I felt sick.
Really?
Because I was like,
Oh,
my body was
you've
like...
made me feel really
what is
hungry
this?
now. Krispy Kreme, oh my God.
They're the best.
Other donuts are available, but if they want to send us a box of them, fucking get them over here.
Well, did you, when I did
I'll have yours.
when I did the podcast with John, we were talking about I've got this thing for scones.
Yeah.
With clotted cream and
Oh,
jam.
really? Nice.
And then he messaged me the other day and he went, "You're never going to believe this." He said, "I found a place that does scones," and he says they're 1,900 calories for one scone.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh my God,
Wow.
we've got to go. And that's got to be a two-man job, hasn't it? Like,
Well,
how can that be like...
I don't know. Yeah, but they're pretty. There's a lot. They're sweet, aren't they? I mean, it doesn't take it. They're just the jam and the cream alone is going to be a lot of calories, isn't it?
True.
Yeah, a lot of sugar there.
But
Yeah.
that's what I said to Scott when I finished my competition. I said,
You're going to go for that,
scone. Yeah, I've got a thing for scones.
right? Okay. So the cream's okay then. You're not non-dairy then.
No, that's vegan when they don't eat like dairy and stuff. I'm pescatarian, so I still eat eggs and cheese and
Right.
stuff like that.
Right. Okay. All right.
But
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Go.
This has absolutely flown by, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's me, Elliot Browne, here in Essex Business Radio with Rebecca Aldham, the bikini athlete. What's funny about that?
I don't know, it just sounds funny.
Does it?
It's
But you are.
It's
You're
a good funny.
You're a professional bikini athlete.
I know. It's nice actually to hear that. Makes me feel special.
You are special. We're all special, but you're particularly special.
needs.
That's the second time that's been mentioned on this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not sure that's politically correct. There are other needs available. So in the break, and anybody that was watching on YouTube will know what we're talking about. But so I was going to ask you what you do when you finish prepping and you've done your competition and all of that. Whether you just go down to McDonald's and have a fillet of fish, and you're saying you don't do that. What did you say? You sort of an eat down one?
It's called a reverse diet.
A reverse diet. Eat down. Reverse down. Reverse diet. So it's not like you just go. I'm just going to fucking stuff whatever I can in my face.
No,
that would. Yeah. So you sort of have to start build yourself back up again, do you?
Yeah, that's it. You've got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
So, and do you know what? If, in all honesty, I think if you did that anyway, it's just not good.
Oh yeah, but your mindset is completely into it though,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, I can tell
it
that
has
because
to be,
the fact just the thought of doing
It
that is just
disgusts me.
yeah. However, we have just found out that there is something you fancy eating, isn't there?
Yeah.
And John Beamson is the one that sort of brought this to your attention, is it? So tell us about your fantasy food that you're going to be eating when you've done your competition.
Yeah. So my go-to sweet treat when I've done my competition is a big fat scone with clotted cream and jam.
Yeah, nice. Scone or scone is scone, is it?
This is the thing, because when I did my podcast with John, I noticed when I said scone, he said scone, and then Scone.
Yeah, do you know that's the weirdest fucking thing about that word?
Did I just...
Yeah, do you know what? Whenever you mention it, it's like, well, what do I say, scone or scone? I'm actually not quite sure anymore. You said scone.
Scone, and John said
scone, does he?
And then I got paranoid after, and I went to Scott. Oh my god! I bet I sound like a thicko. I said because I said scone.
Oh really? Do you think there's that much of a difference to you?
Yeah, but then I thought, oh, people are going to think I'm
the fact that you have no idea which one you say is the fucking best, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what I said. When you think about it, you don't know, do you?
No.
It's not like you say tomatoes or tomatoes, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Some people say salt and some people say salt, but I say salt.
Wait a second.
Salt, I say.
I think I say salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say salt.
I know people that say
Salt.
It hasn't got an O in it, has it?
Yeah. What's that going to do with
It
anything?
would be SO, wouldn't it?
No, it's still A.
Yes, but
It's always going to be SALT, isn't it?
Yes, well, I know that, don't I? But if you're saying it like salt,
Don't I?
it would be
It's great here in Essex, isn't it? I'm not even an Essex boy, but it's definitely picking up the lingo.
I think we definitely say things because a lot of people comment on my accent and they go, oh, the way you say. I've got a French friend, Laura.
Yeah.
She loves the way I talk. She goes, your accent is beautiful. And I'm like, God, what are you?
It's a good French accent. You don't think Russia spoke French?
Italian, didn't it? But I'm like, what is she hearing? How can she think my accent's beautiful?
Listen, I like the Essex accent. I love all accents, to be honest. There are very few accents that you hear that I don't particularly like, and if I did, I wouldn't say it anyway. I don't want to put anybody off.
No.
Listen, so Cards Against Humanity, have you ever played this?
I have.
You have. So this is the part of the show where we're going to have a quick round of this. And for anybody that's only listening and has never listened to one of these before,
the first thing that I can see.
Is it? What is it? What's the first one? You're not going to have that card. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to leave that one there because it does install a laugh or two.
Oh, no.
Well, you won't have to pick that one. You can randomly pick a card. So anybody that's listening to this and hasn't actually listened to a podcast or the show before, we've got a box of Cards Against Humanity here. It's the red box, and there's a pack of black cards. Anybody that's watching YouTube will see this in one of the cameras there, somewhere.
What's the difference with a red box? Are they different coloured boxes?
I'm assuming there's different boxes. Yeah, this was
okay.
left over, and it just happened to be here when I started the podcast. And I thought we just brought it in.
No, it's good.
Apparently, it's the sort of thing that people do on chat shows. How did I know? So the black pack literally has got. That's round the wrong way. Somebody's. Oh, what's going on here?
Someone's sabotaged it.
Yeah, they have. Producer Joel.
Not me. Do not blame me.
Oh, there's the last two as well. So the black cards have got a phrase, and there's 1, 2, and I believe even sometimes 3 spaces on there, or maybe just a phrase. So if you take that pack there, you can shuffle it. They've been shuffled, or you can randomly take a card out from the middle of it. And then what you've got is we've got a larger pack of white cards, and in there you'll take. Don't read it out just yet, but you'll take 1, 2, or 3, how many spaces you've got, how many gaps have you got in your black card?
Literally got one.
Just got one.
Yeah.
So randomly pick a white card out from there. If I take those back from you, so I'm just literally taking the cards now for anybody that's listening. I know this is not the most exciting bit because you can't see it, and we're going to pass the box over to Scott, because Scott's going to join in, and you can speak into producer Joel's mic over there when you do yours. So pick a random black card and white cards depending on how many spaces, or one if it's just an answer to a question or something like that. Producer Joel, so go on then, while they're doing that, read out your black card, and read out the space as well, and then read it out again so we know what the black card was, if you understand what I mean.
Right, by the way, I don't know who this person is.
That's irrelevant, don't fucking worry about that.
To prepare for his up-and-coming role, Daniel Day-Lewis immersed himself in the world of blank.
Okay. Yeah, go on. So go and read it out with the white card that you've got.
Shall I read it all again?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Sorry, I really messed that up, didn't I?
No, you didn't. You read it perfectly well. What's up with you? No problem at all.
To prepare for his up-and-coming role, Daniel Day-Lewis immersed himself in the world of disco fever.
Yeah, there we go.
That was a clean one.
Daniel Day-Lewis, I believe, is that not... I don't know. Hi, Daniel.
Joel, Google it.
I'm going to have to Google it again.
Irish actor.
Yeah.
In big one of the
Departed, I think, another one.
Oh, was he?
A few years ago.
Yeah.
What, is he an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor. Yeah. So you've got, if you come over into speaking into producer Joel's mic over here.
The black card reads, I thought it read, "What left this stain on my crutch?" But it's actually, "What left this stain on my couch?"
I tell you what, your version's way better, to be honest.
Mine ran away with me.
See, he keeps quiet in the corner, then comes over with an absolute peach, doesn't he?
It's the tone of the conversation, unfortunately. What left the stain on my couch? Sanding off a man's nose. Lucky got that one right.
That could leave quite a stain as well, couldn't it?
Yours is better than mine.
Okay, so what you got, producer Joel? That was good, by the way. I like that one.
Before blank, all we had was blank.
Okay.
Before my first kill, all we had was a fat bald man from the internet.
What the fuck? Honestly, you do get some proper random ones, don't you?
Yeah, I had some funky ones as well.
So I've got, during high school, I never really fit in until I found space club. During high school, I never really fit in until I found Big Bird's brown crusty arsehole club. So we've got a Big Bird's brown. So we've got brown cow, brown birds.
Brown bird's arse.
Oh, it's actually a Big Bird's brown crusty arsehole. So I'm not, yeah. But anyway, that's enough about crusty arseholes. That's what she said. Oh, for fuck's sake! Thanks again, Cards Against Humanity. That wasn't a bad round, that was it?
That was all right. Mine was a bit boring, but yours were good.
It wasn't boring. That wasn't boring. You just didn't know who he was. That was the bit you were thinking about more than anything, wasn't it? Listen, that could have been way worse, that card, to be honest, couldn't it?
It could have been.
So, listen, when we were talking about, what you're going to eat after your training and bits and pieces like that. Have you got any holidays planned this year? You must take some time for yourself as well, or is it just all about training and keeping focused?
At the moment, I can't plan to go away because obviously it interfere with my prep.
Well, obviously now, but afterwards, though. We
need to decide where we want to go, don't we?
Yeah.
We want to go somewhere quite exotic.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, listen. After the the prepping and the sort of dedication, you've got to give yourself a little bit of time, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah, I remember last prep I went Benidorm.
Oh, did you? Fucking hell.
I loved it though because I'm obsessed with the TV programme.
Okay, really?
So
okay.
I actually went out of my way to research and I stayed in the hotel where they actually filmed it.
Did you really? Oh wow, okay. Were they like that by the pool?
It did not disappoint.
Oh, didn't it?
I felt like I was on the TV set.
I know what, I bet you, I mean there's a reason they did it there. That's for sure. That's for sure. And Benidorm is a lot like that. I haven't been there for many years. In fact, my mum doesn't live a million miles away from Benidorm. She's sort of near Alicante, so it's not a huge amount of. And in fact, producer Joel's parents live out that part of the world. Yeah, he used to live out that part of the world. Yeah. Big love for Spain. Oh well, whatever you're going to do this year. I mean, big luck with it. Amazing luck with the competition. I know you're going to absolutely smash it. Where can people find you on Instagram? You said you don't have Facebook, so there's no fucking point posting anything on there. But where can people find you?
So my Instagram is my name, so it's at Rebecca Aldham.
Yeah, Aldham.
Yeah.
You don't say ham. We had this beforehand.
Yeah, it's a silent H, so it's do you know Aldham?
Aldham.
It's like Beckham. You don't go Beckham. Sorry, you go Beckham.
There's an bit of Essex coming out there, wouldn't it? We love Essex, of course, here at Essex Business Radio. That was really radio voice, that was, wasn't it? That was really cheesy. And are you going to be just using your own sort of Insta to build that up for doing your PT work and your training and personal training, etc.?
Hopefully, maybe I'll probably look into maybe getting my own website.
Yeah.
And doing something like that. And
yeah, you absolutely should. I mean, you've got to showcase what you do because that's what people are going to. I mean, in essence, training people to do what you're doing and talking, and things like this and talking about the challenges and overcoming it could be a good thing for you, I think. It's a big thing to come away from. I don't know there's only that many people doing what you're doing that have had to come through those things. I mean, most people would succumb to it, or I don't know. Maybe they do find a way of coping doing something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, hopefully I've inspired some people maybe to try and give it a go or try a different, alternative rather than just hitting medication
Yeah.
or something like that. Like just try it and see how you get on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I wish you all the best of luck. You're going to keep in touch with us and let us know how it goes.
Definitely.
And you know, let's have a chat about, you know, maybe coming on and doing something about their mental health awareness.
I'd love that.
It's, you know, so listen, kudos to you for doing what you've done to not just come through it, but it's a constant, you know, it's a battle that's there that's going to always be there, maybe.
I think that's what people think, because they think, oh, they've seen me up on that stage.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cured.
Yeah.
But it isn't. It's still there.
And that's a real honest way of looking at it. And I really appreciate your honesty tonight, you know, coming in and talking about it. You've been very open with it. And I know that you weren't going to hold back on anything.
No.
And I think that's really good to do that. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to learn from this. So fair play to you for doing that.
Thank
and
you.
And you see, you weren't nervous in the end, were you? You forgot all about the nerves, didn't you?
I know, I did. But,
Good.
Yeah, I again, I'm an overthinker. So we worry.
Well, listen, around this, the you know, the YouTube, the podcast, there'll be bits about Rebecca Aldham and how you can find you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for coming in and having a chat.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's been really enjoyable.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, producer Joel, as always.
Thank you, Joel.
Thanks, Scott, in the corner.
Thanks, Scott.
That's we've now coined his new name.
Scott in the corner.
Yeah, Scott in the corner, yeah.
Hey, he's better than some names, eh? Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much. Anybody that wants to check out this, who are only listening to the podcast or listening to this streaming, go over to YouTube or go and check us out on all social media, Essex Business Radio. I'm now host_Elliot Browne, so you can go and check me out there as well. Thanks again, Rebecca. Good luck for 2020, and good luck for the competition in April, and for your course or your PT as well. Yeah,
exciting stuff.
Really exciting. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Thanks again, everybody, and I'm going to be we're signing off for now here for the Essex Business Radio studio. So I'm going to sign off with what is going to now be the new phrase: "Ciao for now, brown cow."
Listening to Essex Business Radio with your host, Elliot Browne.